Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive. This time, we're going to be tackling Postpaler.
Postpal.
Yeah, have you heard of this?
I have heard of Postpal.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So imagine you're, tired of just shopping on the, same old websites, and you want to like explore something a little more exotic. You want to buy something from overseas,
Right.
and you've stumbled across this app called Postpal,
Okay.
and it claims to simplify international shopping and shipping.
Interesting.
Anything, anywhere app. That's their tagline.
Oh, wow.
So should you trust it?
That's the question.
Yeah, that's what we're going to try to figure out today.
Right.
And the information we have to work with is their website and app.
Okay, great.
So we'll see what we can glean from those sources.
Yeah, what's really fascinating to me is how they're trying to position themselves. They're not just saying, hey, we're another shipping company. They're really trying to be this bridge between you and global markets.
Oh.
And they're really pushing this idea of AI and this vast network of partners.
Wow. It's a bold claim for sure. And they're not shying away from the big names.
Okay.
They drop DHL, they drop FedEx.
They want that credibility.
But they also emphasize these local parcel forwarders. It's almost like they're trying to have the best of both worlds, right?
Yeah, exactly. You get that global reach and efficiency with someone like DHL.
Right.
But then those local partners, I think, are really key for navigating the nuances of different regions and maybe offering those more niche services,
Right.
that personalized touch.
So let's say I'm browsing PostPL, and I find this gorgeous rug,
Yeah.
handmade from like a Turkish artisan shop or something.
Okay.
And in the past, I may have been hesitant because I'm like, oh gosh, the shipping's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
But PostPL claims to have this thing called shopping heaven,
Oh.
which is this concept where you can shop from thousands of stores globally, all within their app.
So they're like this ultimate online marketplace without any of the geographical limitations. I see.
And they even mention this idea of a unified cart. So you can combine purchases from multiple stores into a single order,
Wow.
which
That sounds...
yeah, it's a little mind-blowing.
It's a level of convenience we just haven't really seen before.
Okay, that's where I get a little skeptical.
Okay.
A unified cart across international borders.
Oh.
That just sounds incredibly complex.
Yeah.
How do they handle the currency conversions, the
Right.
varying shipping costs?
Yeah, those are definitely hurdles.
Yeah,
They're going to have to figure out how to make that seamless
right,
if it's going to be, a viable solution.
right.
It looks like from what they describe, they actually handle all the currency conversions for you.
Okay.
So you're always paying in your preferred local currency.
Oh.
And they're really leaning on those local forwarder partnerships to manage the logistics.
Oh, so that makes sense. So it sounds like these partnerships are key to making this whole thing work.
Yeah, it seems to be a big part of their model.
But there's another claim that kind of caught my eye, and that's these tax-exempt warehouse services. Does that mean what I think it means?
What do you think it means?
Am I really going to save money on import taxes?
They certainly imply that.
Yeah.
But they are a little vague on the details. It
Ah.
could be that they leverage specific trade zones or have some sort of agreement to reduce or eliminate certain taxes for their users.
Okay.
But it definitely raises some questions. How do they legally navigate all these different tax jurisdictions around the world?
Right.
And are there limitations on what type of goods
Right.
you can actually get that benefit for?
Those are great questions that I think we need more information to really answer.
Definitely.
It all sounds very tempting, but I'm also wondering, is there a catch?
Yeah.
Nobody's offering this kind of service for free.
You're right to be cautious. There's probably some kind of fee structure involved that
Yeah.
we'd really need to understand. How does it compare to traditional international shipping costs? Maybe they're banking on that convenience factor and those potential tax savings
Yeah.
to justify their pricing.
Okay, so maybe it's not quite shopping heaven
Right.
just yet,
Right.
but it's definitely an interesting concept.
That's intriguing.
But what really caught my eye is this idea that PostPal isn't just about shipping.
Okay.
They're pushing this idea of an integrated shopping experience.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where things get really interesting.
Okay, I'm listening.
They mention this idea of offering Amazon Prime benefits
What?
anywhere in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a game changer.
Yeah.
If they can actually pull it off.
Yeah. Imagine, you order something on Amazon.
Yeah.
And you can have it delivered with that Prime speed
Yeah.
to a PostPal warehouse in, I don't know, Argentina.
Right.
And then they forward it to you.
Wow.
It opens up a whole new world of possibilities for people
Yeah.
who live outside those traditional Prime service areas.
That's huge.
It makes you wonder though, how are they integrating with Amazon to that level?
Mm-hmm.
Are they like an official partner?
Right.
Or have they found some kind of like clever workaround to tap into that infrastructure?
Yeah.
And then how much is that service adding to the overall cost?
Right. Those are questions that we need to investigate further.
Yeah.
But I think it really highlights their ambition to be more than just a middleman.
Yeah.
They want to be like a seamless part of the online shopping experience.
Right.
No matter where you're buying from or shipping to.
Yeah. And the features just keep coming.
Okay.
They talk about package consolidation,
Oh, yeah.
which sounds amazing.
Especially for people who like to buy from a lot of international sellers.
Right.
Oh.
So you can have all your purchases shipped to a Postpal warehouse.
Yeah.
And then they combine them all into one package before they ship it to you.
That could save a lot of money.
Yeah. Major money saver.
Yeah.
They also have integrated VPN shopping,
Oh, wow.
which I think would appeal to people who are concerned about security when they're shopping online.
Mm.
Or maybe they want to access region-specific deals.
Interesting.
They even mentioned you can pay in your preferred local currency.
Oh.
So you're not dealing with those, like, currency conversions.
Right, all those hidden fees.
Right.
Yeah.
But all this makes me wonder how they're doing this on the back end.
Yeah.
Do they have like a massive global infrastructure with warehouses,
Right.
delivery fleets everywhere?
Yeah, how are they actually making this happen?
Yeah.
Well, this is where their partner network comes in.
Okay.
They've actually divided their partners into 6 main categories.
Wow.
So you've got couriers, consolidators, or forwarders,
Okay.
influencers and crowd shippers, prime local service hubs, and select markets and merchants.
Wow, that is a lot of partners.
It's a whole ecosystem,
Yeah.
each playing a specific role in this operation.
So it sounds like this partner network is key to understanding how PostPL even functions.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so let's break it down. What are the key things to know about each of these partner types?
Okay, so let's start with couriers. This is your DHL, your FedEx,
Right.
your classic global delivery giants.
Okay.
They're really the backbone of their fast and reliable shipping for those, like, basic deliveries.
So if I needed to get a birthday gift to someone internationally, like ASAP,
Yeah,
I would go through the courier.
the couriers are your go-to for that.
Okay.
But if you need something more than just basic shipping, like,
Yeah.
let's say you want to combine multiple packages or you need help navigating customs,
Yeah.
or you're looking for volume discounts,
Okay.
then you would want to look to their consolidators or forwarders.
So the forwarders are the experts.
They are the experts in handling the complexities of cross-border shipping,
Oh, okay.
all that paperwork and regulations that can be so confusing.
Right.
They're really the ones who make that unified cart concept even feasible.
Oh, okay. This is fascinating already.
Yeah.
Now I'm intrigued by this influencers crowd shippers category.
Oh, yeah.
What exactly does that entail?
So this is where they're really tapping into the power of social commerce.
Okay.
Imagine, joining a group organized by your favorite influencer
Yeah.
to get a discounted shipping rate on products from a specific market.
Oh.
That's what their crowd shippers are all about.
So it's like this social community-driven approach to international shipping.
Exactly.
That's really interesting. It makes you wonder, though, like, how do they vet these influencers?
Mm-hmm.
How do they ensure that, like, these group buys are transparent and fair?
Those are good questions. It definitely raises some concerns about potential bias
Right.
or ethical considerations.
Yeah.
But, if they can manage it well,
Yeah.
it's a clever way to leverage those existing online communities
Right.
and create more affordable shipping options.
It's definitely a risky move, but it's interesting.
It is.
Now, we've already talked a little bit about the prime partners,
Right?
which is a fascinating concept in itself. Like,
Yeah.
they're leveraging Amazon Prime's global network
Right.
to offer that speedy delivery to their partner warehouses worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
But what about these local service hubs? What role do they play?
Think of them as like Postpal's local representatives,
Okay.
offering those on-the-ground services like package pickup and consolidation points,
Oh,
adding that extra personal touch for people who prefer a more hands-on approach.
so they're kind of bridging the gap between the digital world
Yeah.
of online shopping and the physical reality
Exactly.
of actually dealing with the packages.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then finally we have these select markets merchants.
Yeah.
So this is where they're connecting shoppers directly with trusted local sellers in specific markets.
Right.
So this is where you would find those like unique handcrafted goods from like bazaars and open markets.
Yeah, a real taste of local culture.
Yeah, supporting small businesses.
Exactly.
Wow. Postpal is full of surprises.
It is.
They have like this whole network covering every aspect of global shopping and shipping.
It's impressive.
But it's not just about the logistics.
Right.
They've also got these empowering features we talked about earlier that are supposed to streamline the whole process. So let's dive into those next.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, these empowering features, this is what they say sets them apart.
Okay.
They want to make the entire process from you browsing to, actually getting the product like as smooth as possible.
Yeah, and it seems like they're really leaning on technology to make that happen. One feature that caught my eye was this global address thing.
Oh, yeah.
So it sounds like they're actually like giving you a virtual address in multiple countries.
Exactly. Through their forwarder partners, they can give you a local address in a bunch of different countries, which opens up, so many online shops that might not ship to your location.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No more like, getting frustrated by those messages.
Yeah, we don't ship to your country.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then there's the unified cart, which we talked about a little bit earlier. It just seems like such a logistical marvel to be able to like combine those purchases from multiple stores into a single checkout.
Yeah. I mean, it is a complex feat to pull off.
Yeah.
But they're really betting on, that technology and that partner network to make it a reality.
So no more like juggling multiple orders and payments.
Right. Everything's streamlined within their platform.
Okay. And then speaking of streamlining, they also highlight CustomsIQ.
Oh, yes.
Which sounds like, almost like a superpower.
Yeah.
Like, am I finally going to be able to conquer those like dreaded customs forms?
That's the goal.
Okay.
They're using AI to basically provide real-time guidance and insights into customs regulations.
So hopefully taking some of the guesswork out of it.
Exactly.
Okay. I can definitely appreciate that.
Yeah.
I've had experiences where packages have gotten held up in customs for seemingly no reason.
It's so frustrating.
So frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah. So having that AI support could be amazing.
It could make all the difference.
And what about package chat? Does that mean I could like have a conversation with my package?
I wish.
As it like makes its journey across the globe?
Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be amazing.
But no, package chat is basically a dedicated channel for each package or shopping request that you make. And you can get real-time updates and support.
Okay.
It's all about transparency.
Okay.
Keeping you in the loop every step of the way.
So it's like having like a 247 customer service line.
Exactly.
For my package.
Yeah.
And that's great. So it eliminates that anxiety of like not knowing where your package is or when it's going to arrive.
For sure.
Now, we've talked about, most of these features, but they also emphasize AI-powered translation.
Oh, right.
Which might seem kind of minor, but it's so essential when you're shopping from, international stores.
Especially when you're dealing with those foreign language websites.
Oh, yeah. Like how many times have you like stumbled upon a product online?
Oh, yeah.
That looks amazing. But then you're trying to like decipher the description.
And it's like, what does this even say?
Exactly. I'm totally lost in translation.
It happens all the time. And it's not just product descriptions either.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Think about shipping labels.
Oh, yeah.
Customs forms tracking information.
That's true.
All that stuff.
Right.
That's often in a language you might not understand.
So this is where that AI-powered translation could be a lifesaver.
For sure.
Yeah. You eliminate that language barrier.
Yeah.
You know exactly what you're buying. And what to expect during the shipping process.
It just makes it so much easier.
Right.
It's all about reducing those friction points.
Yeah.
And making it, as user-friendly as possible, even when you're dealing with all these different languages and cultures.
So Postpal has thought of everything.
It seems like it.
Like, from navigating customs to providing real-time package updates.
Yeah. They've addressed a lot of the pain points of international shopping.
They really have.
It's impressive. Yeah.
But let's shift gears a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's go back to their Select Markets Merchants program.
You're right.
This is where they're connecting shoppers directly with local businesses and artisans promising those authentic goods and a taste of, local culture.
Yeah.
I'm curious about this aspect of their platform.
Yeah.
It's like, you're getting a window into these hidden gems.
Right. Might never find these browsing, the typical online marketplaces.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But how are they finding and vetting these local sellers?
That's a good question.
And how are they ensuring the authenticity of the products?
So they're really focusing on bazaars and open market merchants.
Okay.
So tapping into those like vibrant local hubs of commerce.
Right.
And they have this promise of what you buy is what you get.
Okay.
To assure buyers, you're getting genuine products.
Okay.
Transparent sourcing.
It's great that they're like, emphasizing that direct connection between the buyer and the artisan.
That personal touch.
Yeah. But it makes me wonder about the logistics of it all. Like, how are they handling quality control?
Right.
And making sure that those sellers are meeting their standards?
It's a complex operation for sure. It's likely they have, local teams or representatives that are working directly with these sellers, helping them to, navigate the online marketplace and making sure that they're meeting those quality and ethical guidelines.
It's a lot of trust to put in Postpal's vetting process.
It is.
But if they can pull it off,
it
creates such a unique shopping experience.
It does.
It goes beyond, just a simple transaction.
It's like a cultural exchange.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They also mentioned something about tax-free shopping through these partnerships.
Oh, that's right.
And that's a claim that needs a little more investigation.
Yeah. It is a bit ambiguous. We can speculate.
Right.
But without more details, it's hard to say how it actually works. It could be related to those tax-exempt warehouse services.
Maybe they offer ways to consolidate your purchases from these select markets.
Right.
And then ship them internationally in a way that minimizes or eliminates taxes.
That would be a major perk.
Especially
for those higher-priced items.
Yeah.
But it also, raises questions about transparency.
Right.
And potential legal complexities.
For sure.
So it's definitely an area where we'd need more clarity from Postpal.
Definitely.
Okay, so putting aside the tax question for now.
Okay.
We've talked a lot about the positive aspects of Postpal.
Yeah.
But what about the potential downsides?
Oh, that's a good point.
Could this kind of platform actually end up hurting local businesses in the long run?
Interesting question.
Like, on the one hand, it gives these artisans, a global platform, connecting them with customers they may never have reached otherwise.
Right.
But on the other hand, does it also create more competition?
Yeah.
Could it lead to a situation where local markets become oversaturated?
With sellers who are all trying to cater to this global audience.
Yeah, it could go either way.
Yeah.
Some local businesses might struggle to compete with this, influx of global goods.
Right.
But others might see it as an opportunity to expand their reach and tap into these new markets.
It all comes down to, how they adapt and how they differentiate themselves.
Right.
It's a reminder that technology is a tool.
It is.
And its impact really depends on how we choose to use it. Postpal could be a force for good, empowering both consumers and small businesses.
Right.
Or it could exacerbate existing inequalities and disrupt local economies.
It all hinges on their commitment to ethical sourcing, fair trade practices, responsible growth. They need to make sure that they're not just facilitating transactions, but also, fostering sustainable and equitable relationships between buyers and sellers.
Okay, so it sounds like Postpal definitely has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
But it also comes with some complexities and challenges that need careful consideration.
Absolutely. It's a fascinating case study in how technology is reshaping global commerce.
Yeah.
It has the potential to create these incredible opportunities,
Yeah.
but it also requires us to think critically about the impact it's having on local economies, cultural traditions, ethical practices.
It's a conversation we need to keep having as these platforms continue to evolve.
For sure.
And, shape the future of how we shop.
And how we connect with the world.
Yeah.
I think Postpal is really a microcosm of these larger shifts that are happening in e-commerce.
Yeah.
They're really pushing those boundaries. Connecting consumers and sellers in ways that we've never really seen before.
It's like they're creating this new kind of digital Silk Road.
Yeah.
Weaving together global commerce and cultural exchange.
Yeah, I like that.
But as with any new route, there are uncharted territories and potential hazards to consider.
Exactly. We've talked about the convenience and the potential benefits, but what about those long-term consequences?
Right.
How does a platform like this actually impact local economies and, traditional retail?
Yeah, if it becomes easier and more affordable to shop directly from international markets, does that undermine local businesses? Or could it actually be an opportunity for them to adapt and reach a wider audience?
It could go either way.
Yeah.
You know, some local businesses might struggle to compete with this influx of global goods.
Right.
But others might see it as a chance to really expand their reach and tap into those new markets.
It all comes down to how they adapt.
Yeah.
And how they differentiate themselves.
For sure.
It's a reminder that technology is a tool.
It is.
And its impact really depends on how we choose to use it.
Exactly.
Postpal could be a force for good, empowering consumers and small businesses.
Right.
Or it could exacerbate existing inequalities.
Yeah.
And disrupt those local economies.
It really all hinges on their commitment to ethical sourcing, fair trade practices, responsible growth.
They need to make sure that they're not just facilitating transactions,
but
that they're also fostering, sustainable and equitable relationships between buyers and sellers.
Yeah.
They also have a responsibility to be transparent about their operations.
Yeah, especially when it comes to data privacy and security.
Oh, yeah. When you're dealing with a platform that handles, so much personal information, financial information.
It's tight. Trust is paramount.
Trust is key.
Yeah, and that trust has to be earned through clear communication, robust security measures, and a commitment to protecting user data.
They need to be upfront about how they collect, store, and use that information. And what about the environmental impact?
No, that's a good point.
With all this international shipping and package handling, there's definitely a carbon footprint to consider.
Right. Are they taking steps to minimize their environmental impact?
Yeah.
Using sustainable packaging? Partnering with eco-conscious shipping providers, that's another critical factor they need to address.
Yeah.
Consumers are becoming more and more aware of the environmental impact of their shopping habits, and they're going to be looking for platforms that align with their values.
So Postpal presents this exciting vision of the future of e-commerce.
It does.
But it also raises all these important questions.
It does.
About responsibility, sustainability, and that balance between global and local interests.
It's a complex landscape.
Yeah.
And there are no easy answers.
No.
But it's a conversation that we need to keep having as we navigate this evolving world of interconnected commerce.
So what does this all mean for our listeners out there who are maybe curious about exploring Postpal?
I would say approach it with a healthy dose of curiosity and cautious optimism. Explore the features, browse the marketplace, but also do your own research, look into their partners, read reviews, and see if their values actually align with yours.
Don't be afraid to ask questions.
Exactly.
Especially about those tax-exempt claims and their data privacy policies. And remember, just because something is convenient and accessible doesn't mean it's always the most ethical or sustainable choice.
Be a conscious consumer.
Yes.
Think about the impact of your purchases locally and globally, and ultimately decide if Postpal is the right fit for you, for your needs and your values.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into Postpal.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope it's given you some food for thought and maybe inspired you to explore the world of international shopping in some new and exciting ways.
Remember, the world is your marketplace.
Yes, it is.
Explore it thoughtfully, shop responsibly, and enjoy the journey.
Excellent advice. Thank you.
You're welcome.